Hello my lovely ravens, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chantel and today we have 3 smart art boxes. Thanks so much to Smart Art for supporting my channel and for sending me these boxes for me to try out so you can see what Smart Art has to offer. I'm going to unbox everything and then I'll show you what comes in each box and also what everything is put together, and then I'm going to create something with that. So let's get started. So there we have it, 3 Smart Art boxes all put together. So what we've got, this is the January box. So I'll tell you what they've put in there. We have the Angora round pen set, 24 colors. Then we have the Royal Langnickel watercolor pencil set. Also contains a brush and an eraser. We have the Art Alternatives dual tip marker in gray. There is a Teclon variety brush set. It says 3 pieces, but there's 4. It might have been that there was a little card in here that I didn't get, but there's 4 brushes. And then there is, it says 2 3-packs of these Crescent watercolor boards, but I only have a 1 3-pack. So Smart Art, there was only 1 in my January box. So that's that for January. And the prompts are breakfast, new, cozy, and puppy. Then for February, we have a very colorful cover. Let's see what's in here. We have a Marabou Hero of Galaxy marker set, 24 pieces. And I think the Hero of Galaxy just means that that is on the cover. That's all the colors that are in there. They are permanent markers. We have a pigment liner set by Art Alternatives. We have a professional sketching pencil set, 12 pieces. You know how I complained about graphite and pencils last year. There's another 12 here. So yeah, I'm not sure if I'm gonna use these. I think I might just grab one of my other pencils. But there you go, that was in there. Then there is a 3-pack of Crescent marker boards. That's them. And a 3-pack of hot pressed lettering boards. So that is the February box. And the donuts are, sure, there's donut there. The prompts are donut, crystal pattern, and seahorse. And then for March, we have a 5-piece assorted painting knife set. That's these 5 palette knives. Natural bristle brushes, round 4 and fan 6. They are absolutely big, very long brushes. Crescent canvas boards, 2 packs. And oil colors, and I'll show you what they look like. So there's 24 colors in here. So there's that. And the prompts are bloom, reflection, vase or vase, and sunshine. So I'm going to swatch them all out and then I will be creating something for you. Okay, so we've got all these supplies, but making something and thinking outside of the box with these supplies is harder than you think. I think that we're going to use all 3 of these boxes, and what I think I might do is make this into a kind of a book with a rounded spine, and then glue this closed, and then make a drawer out of this that pulls out, so we have kind of an art supply book drawer kind of thing. It looks pretty cool if you put that on your desk, I think. So let's get started. So we got this now, which is basically it's almost a book nook. This is how you bake a book nook. Yeah, so I need to glue this on there, and then we can make a drawer. But before I do that, let me measure. If I go 26.5, I've got plenty of art supplies here, plenty of pencils. I'll just go. All right. It's my drawer, 26.5. And then let's say 23.5. Let's say 23. So I don't want it to stick out too much. Yeah, that would be fine. That's a drawer. And then how high should that be? Make it snug. 7.5. All right. I'm just gonna glue this all together with hot glue. So if you're attempting this, please be careful and don't burn your hands. So there's these 2 strips that are still inside here that I'm just gonna leave because it brings some extra strength to the side of the box. So I'm just gonna glue that, and that will be fine. And there we have it. Just gonna put this at the base so we don't have to worry about that. Or should I? No, we should. We should worry about that because otherwise I'm stuck with that. So yeah, let's put this together like this. It's gonna heat up my glue gun, and then I'll be back. So whilst the heat gun is heating up, the hot gun, the glue gun, the hot glue gun, there we go. The hot glue gun is heating up. I'm just gonna cut the drawer out of this box, which is also a Smart Art box. So I'll be back in a sec. So I've got at the base, so let's see if that would fit. And it would. Perfect. All right, let's cut out the rest. I ended up making them 7 centimeters instead of 7.5 because I'm gonna place them on top of the cardboard, which makes it a little bit higher as well. So let's glue them together. Got my hot glue here. Bit better. So let's do the sides first. And then, once that is on, I can go on the inside to glue the inside on. take this out, otherwise, you know, I'm gonna glue it together. Let's not do that. All right. I might actually put a larger piece of cardboard on top of here and on here as well, just because I want it to stick out on all the sides, so it actually looks like a book. So what I might first do is glue this piece of cardboard inside, stuck so it doesn't go anywhere. Okay, so this box doesn't give me any overhang on the box at all. Maybe on that side, but not on that side. So I'm just gonna grab some cardboard that I have left over and glue that on the top and the base. Okay, so I did end up using the other box because I wasn't thinking before, because I can just put them sideways. And then when I put them sideways, I have plenty from this one to put on the other side. So let me see. How much overhang do we want? Not much, just a little bit. So I've got this one to size, and now I can glue it on the other side. And like so. And then we have that overhang there, and here as well. So it looks more like a book. Huh. It almost looks like we made a cover for a Smart Art book. But here we have it. This is the book box, and so far it's looking pretty good. It's big. It's about, for you people in America, 9 3/4 inches by 12 inch. So by 3 1/4 inch. So pretty big. I'm gonna make the back of this now, which probably should so we should have some cardboard where the corrugation is going this way, so we can shape it like that, and I'll put some wedges in here so that the cardboard can rest on that, and then we have a spine. So let's do that. All right, now I'm gonna use absolutely everything of this box. So I've got these little half circles, and I just measured this distance, and then with a compass I traced that. So these pieces are gonna go here, and then, well, and a few in the middle, because I've got plenty of them. And you can see that the corrugation goes this way. So what I can do is I can fold it like this, roll it, and manipulate it so it curves just the way I want it to. And that will sit like that, like so. All right, I'm gonna glue the wedges on, and then I'm gonna, piece by piece, I'm gonna put this stuff on as well. Alright, that was on pretty easy. So, looks a bit weird now, but I'm just gonna put this on, and then we have a book with a rounded spine. Alright, I've changed my camera angle a little bit so you can actually see what's going on, because it's pretty big. like I said before. So here we have the finished book drawer box thing. So this is the drawer. So it's pretty neat. We have a shell now that we can work with, and yeah. So if I make this in a certain aesthetic, I am pretty sure it can just sit on my desk, or you know, your own desk, and I can just have a drawer with, I don't know, maybe even some watercolors or whatnot. Like I could just put that in there, and then I can put that in there. Basically, all the art supplies that came in these 3 boxes would fit in there. Won't put the oil paints in, because I'm just talking about drawing and sketching supplies now. This would fit in there. And what else do we have? We've got some watercolor paints there, and the pick and liner. So basically you can have a set of drawing stuff sitting on your desk in a nice aesthetic box. Obviously this is not new, but it's a nice idea, I suppose. So now let's figure out what I'm actually gonna do with this box. As with my previous boxes and designs and creations with Smart Art, I am going to use the tissue paper as well, and I'm going to cover the entire box with tissue paper to give it an age look. But first, I've drawn out like an inch around the border, and this is what I want to stand out, and I might actually put some cardboard on top of that before the tissue paper, and then inside here I might put some corrugation there. I do have a sheet of corrugation here which is slightly smaller, so I might actually make the corners or the borders a bit bigger, like 2 inches around. That should cover the whole thing. So I'm gonna find some cardboard and then come back. So the corrugation comes from, I don't know, some old packaging. You can actually get it from Smart Art box as well. When you wet this, you can peel off that first layer, but I'm going to use this because I have it available. So we've got some offcuts here, which basically should cover that whole outside. I don't even need this one. But yeah, I'm going to cut 2-inch strips and then I'll be back. Okay, so I've got my corrugation. And then those 4 strips that go around, right? And then these 4 strips, these are 1 inch, so they go around as well to add even more interest to that book. And then I'm gonna glue it all on, and then once that's dry, or I'm gonna glue it on with hot glue, so once that's all in place, I'm going to attach the tissue paper with some PVA glue. I'm also going to cover the drawer with black acrylic paint, because I'm going to use black acrylic paint from my own stash or from my own supplies on the box on top of the tissue paper. But the box will also be covered with the acrylic paint, and then the inside, what I did in a previous box as well, I'm going to line that with felt. I have some felt sheets here, and they are A4 size, and it actually fits pretty well on 3 sides. I just need to trim down that one side here. There we go, that fits pretty well. So I'm going to just put it aside for now until I'm done with painting and covering the box. I'm going to make a grimoire. So I wanted to add some more details to it. So with a cup, I'm just measuring out a corner. And these corners will be the book corners at the front. Like so. Okay, let's not go overboard with that design. I kind of like it this way, and once I'm done with all the tissue paper, it will add a lot more to it. So let's get on to the tissue paper. So I wanted the side here. It's mainly dry. I put the blow dryer on it and it's mainly dry. But I wanted to do some more detailing on here because, you know, I wanted it to look like a book. So I'm going to add these strips and then cover it with more of the tissue paper. Then I'm going to paint this box with black acrylic paint. You've seen me use watercolors before. You've also seen me use permanent markers before. So I'm going to decorate this box with the oil paints that came in the box of March. I'm going to try it with the brushes. I might get some smaller brushes as well, but we'll see how it goes. I'm not sure if I'm gonna use the palette knives. If anything, maybe the small one, the smallest one, but we'll see. I've done one oil painting. I don't even think it was on my channel. I think I posted it on Instagram, and it was a whale, and it was only a tiny painting. So I'm really new to this medium, so let's see how we go. I've put the felt inside, so the box, the drawer is done. And the back is black as well. So let's get this painted. So I absolutely did not like what I was doing, so I'm going to do something else. I just wiped it off because you can do that with oil paints. And now I'm just gonna do something completely different. Well, not completely different, but something different. More my style, I suppose. The flowers was and the mushrooms wasn't really my thing. Yeah, sometimes you make something and you're just not happy about it. Okay, so because we also have watercolors and permanent markers, I'm going to make a book, as I always do in my videos, or so it seems. But I love books and making books, so this is a watercolor board and this is a lettering board. So no, this is a marker board. So we got that one and that one. This one for the front, this one for the back. And I'm going to make a book. Yeah. Let's see if I can take this. Can take this off. So I've got this on the inside and this on the outside, so we don't have that crescent. I thought it would be cool to maybe make a potion bottle at the front and write potions or something like that, or maybe something herbology related. Maybe let's go with herbology. Yeah, let's do that. I'm just gonna thicken the downstrokes. So with calligraphy, this is my own handwriting that I'm just placing the letters a bit playful, up and down. So with all calligraphy, this is an upward stroke and this is a downward stroke. So whenever you go down with your pen, that's a downward stroke, and those strokes are thicker. This one goes down, up, and this one goes down, up, down, down, up, down. There we go, and now we can take that bigger end of the marker, the bullet nib, and fill it in. They're nice markers, they're just like Sharpies really. Sometimes it's just easier to use that fine nib for like the edges, corners. I do notice that this watercolor paper feathers a little bit. But it's with the marker, well, that's probably because it's marker. I mean, it's watercolor paper for a reason and not marker paper. There we have our Herbology Sign. And what I might do is with a brown, I might just go around the edges. Now I want to work with this thing. So I've got some water here and I've got some water in my jar and I've got the paintbrushes. So let's maybe some yellow too, maybe some orange and red, browns maybe. With the big brush, I want to give it a little bit of a background. So let's go with a yellow. Fading into green, I think. Let's see how well these watercolors hold up. I did a few tests and they're a little bit chalky. You know, nothing we can't work with, I suppose. Alright, that looks like an okay gradient. Just gonna dry this and then I'll be back. Okay, I tried it with a hairdryer and as you can see, it's a pretty nice gradient. I'm actually really impressed. And it didn't warp my board, so that's good too. Let's draw some leaves, shall we? I think I would have preferred a larger round brush because the only other brush that we got with this set is this one. So these are the 4 brushes, which are all flats, and this is the only round. And I never use this, never, for watercolors. But enjoy a bit of music whilst I make these leaves. So this was a test page because I wanted to try some clear varnish on the watercolors. And as you can see, it's not coming off at all, which is great. So I'm gonna use it on this one as well, so I can then use it as an actual sketchbook and have the cover protected so it doesn't come off. So I have my cover here, and it actually worked out really well with the spray. It doesn't give anymore, and I do have some feathering of the marker, but it really doesn't bother me that much. Anyway, I've got this cheap watercolor paper, and I thought if I cut this to size, I can make a sketchbook. It's, you know, it's not the greatest of papers, like I just said, but it does take watercolor washes, and it probably also takes a good layer of gouache. So that would be nice for the sketchbook. So I'm just gonna go ahead and bind this into a little sketchbook, and I will be back with you. I'm going to use a Coptic stitch with a curved needle that you need for that. I'm going to use my bookbinding book that I bought secondhand, and I'm going to use that Coptic stitch. I'm going to do that off camera because I don't want this video to be super duper long, but you can look it up online what this stitch is. And I'll be back once that's done. Okay, I don't do this stitch very often, so after a lot of fiddling around, I have a sketchbook here that is Coptic stitch bound. I'm not a big fan of this this stitch, but I thought it would work best for this cover. So we have 3 stitches there, and it lies flat when I want to paint or draw in it. So there's that. Also use some decorative paper to go on the insides there. So there we have it, an herbology book. So if you don't know what to do with these boards, or you wonder why would I paint on a board, well, you can make sketchbooks out of them. I'm still waiting for my book to dry, so whenever that's dry, I'll continue my video and we'll do the last bit of that book box thing. Alright, now this box is mostly dry. I'm going to decorate it with this Deco Color Premium oil-based marker. It didn't come in the box, but I want to use it on this box. So let's go. And I'm doing a lot wrong with this box because it turns out I actually don't like gold. So I'm gonna grab some acrylic paint and I'm gonna go over the gold bits and then paint more gold. Silver. Let's stay with the silver. And then it will be more like a Slytherin box as well. So I'm gonna grab that and I'll be back. Alright, let's try this again. This time with silver. Now to finish this off, I want to make the words, well, the word Grimoire on it. So let's start with an M. There we have it. It's very subtle, but I do like it. And this is it for the January, February and March Smart Art Boxes mashup. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will still be doing my unboxings for the April, May and June boxes, which will be on this channel, but they won't be massive projects like this one. Thanks so much for watching, stay safe, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!